Scorpio. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your April 2015 forecast for the month. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be outdoors. We're starting the month, and thank you for joining me, too. I wanted to say that. And thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing these podcasts. I really appreciate that, and your support as well. So on the 4th of April, we're starting our month with a full moon lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse at 14 degrees Libra. So for you, this is affecting your 12th house. What I love about this placement for you is that the 12th house in astrology is the house of endings. And eclipses bring endings, and full moons bring an awareness. This full moon total lunar eclipse will bring this culmination into this 12th house, bringing this whole cycle to an end for you. And it feels like a big release is occurring for you, Scorpio. And this could actually be compounded from 7 to 12 eclipses ago. So about a 2 to 2.5 or 2-year experience, maybe. A 1.5 to 2.5 year experience could be coming to an end, or just even a full year, 12 months. But eclipse energy tends to linger longer than just a month. Eclipse energy can actually be anywhere from 3 to 6 months long. But the fact that this is taking place in a sector for you of intuition and premonitions and psychic ability, the 12th house is spirituality and awareness itself. And this eclipse happening here is just bringing closure to some belief of yours and having you move forward into the next year almost. So powerful nonetheless. On the 8th of April, Jupiter goes direct. Now this is a good thing. Jupiter goes direct at 12 degrees Leo. This is a good thing for your career, Scorpio. A lot of you have been going through changes in the career and possibly retirement options. But now Jupiter is direct through August 11th in your 10th house, meaning he can do what he does best now. He can give abundance and instill faith, present opportunity, and expand the title, the status of you. So your promotional aspects of career could change. And with him direct now and trining Uranus stationed in Aries, the fire trine that's happening, that can allow him to bring on, Uranus is sudden and spontaneous luck with Jupiter. So having them both direct is having them at their best. So that can work wonders for the career between April 8th and August 11th. In fact, a lot of Scorpios will be elevating in promotional status at that time, or retiring and leaving the job altogether, which would be great. On the 11th of April, Venus, the planet of love and money, enters Gemini. This is the 8th house of sex. Gemini rules your intimacy and sex, and 8th house is also shared resources and property, and wills and taxes and estates and inheritances. So having Venus there through May 7th will give you the opportunity to really love your intimate relationships, to focus on the beautification of property or land, the money to acquire, or money received through investments that you pull out or inheritance, and also the money to acquire new investments. If you need to put money somewhere, you'll have it. Venus, give her a minute to do that. From April 11th through May 7th, there is a lot of beautification happening in this 8th house for you. I love that. On the 14th, Mercury, the planet who naturally rules Gemini, it will go into Taurus. So Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect and details and analysis, Mercury moves into your 7th house of relationships, marriage, partnerships, or business partnerships. For those of you who aren't in relationships and don't want one at this time, Mercury could really initiate contacts in the 7th house of business partnerships. He's only there for 16 days, so take advantage of communicating to your loved ones and getting information out to discuss, because Mercury will retrograde next month. And I'll get into that at the end of this forecast as well, because Mercury's going to do some tricks next month. But having him in the 7th house is a perfect time. Discuss with your partner what it is that works for you and what does not. There's a review going on here with Mercury in your 7th house of relationships. Some of you Scorpions will be choosing to keep these relationships, and some of you will not. Eclipses and eclipse energy in general, which we're dealing with, tends to eclipse out what no longer serves us. Even though it's not falling in your 7th house, the energy of that can actually just make things more aware. If you have been in relationships with rose-colored glasses on, a lot of things can be seen for the reality of what they are, as opposed to what you want them to be. Now, on the 16th, Pluto is going to retrograde. Pluto is one of your 2 ruling planets, Scorpio. You are ruled by Pluto and Mars. So he will retrograde at 15 degrees Capricorn, where he's been chilling forever. And this is your 3rd house of communication, so there's an intensity to, an even deeper intensity to how you are communicating with people. And the 3rd house is also siblings and neighbors. So how are you communicating with them? There's an intensity there. Everything means, you know, so much to you when you say it. There's a lot of deep clients, and negotiations can mean everything at this time, because the 3rd house is that as well. We have our new moon at 28 degrees Aries on the 18th of April. New moon in Aries. So this is your 6th house of health. Where are your health commitments, Scorpio? This is perfect to initiate a workout regimen, a new health regime. The routine and structure of your day could be changed at this time. The new moon is a great time to initiate doctor's visits in the 6th house of health, dental appointments, doctor's checkups, chiropractic work, etc. On the 20th, we have our sun transiting into Taurus on 4/20. This is your 7th house again. So when the sun enters there, he'll be meeting up with Venus. Or I'm sorry, Mercury. Well, he'll be conjunct Mercury. The sun and Mercury conjunct in the 7th. That's beautiful for those of you looking for relationships. You could really find one. In fact, that's great for online dating as well, Mercury and the sun conjunct in the 7th. On the 30th of April, Mercury makes his 2nd transit, and this is what I wanted to discuss. Mercury is going to move into Gemini on the 30th, and this will be your 8th house. But Mercury, once he gets there, because he loves Gemini so much, because he rules Gemini naturally, he will then retrograde on May 18th through June 11th. So he goes from 14 degrees of Gemini back to 3 degrees of Gemini, and then moves through all of Gemini again. So he doesn't leave this sector for you, your 8th house, until July 8th. So once he enters there on April 30th, it's very rare for him to be in a sign for more than 21 days. So that's pretty intense. And your 8th house of intimacy and sex will be very busy with Mercury there, because he's a very, very busy guy. And a lot of communications with an intimate relationship as well. And a lot of sex expression through sexual intercourse is what happens with that. So good for you. Let's get to the cards and see what's up as well. And as usual, if you'd like to read with me, I do private readings all through the week. You can reach me at audreyallison.com and on Facebook at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. Scorpio, here are your cards for April. First card, the Queen of Cups. Is this your soulmate? Is this the psychic goddess that the water Scorpio is looking for? For those of you female Scorpios out there, this resembles you in the reading. For the men, it's your potential mate, but also, if it's not a person at all, it's the Queen of Cups is the psychic intuition. It's the 12th house. It's where the eclipse is for you. It's Libra. This card does not govern Libra, but it governs intuition, and the 12th house is your intuitive self. 2 of Cups, your relationship. And the Five of Cups, breakthrough, new opportunity. And the last card, the Devil, vice, addiction. 2 cards fell for the last one, the Lady of Swords, music, poetry, an air sign female. Okay, so use your intuition. Also, this is giving the timeline of the eclipse in your 12th house of psychic ability. The Queen of Cups is a water sign female or yourself, Scorpio, who needs to trust their gut at this time through the month of April until the eclipse energy wears out, but also trust your gut in regards to the relationship you're in. This is the Two of Cups, the reciprocal energy of commitment and monogamy and sex and trust. So you're learning, you're receiving guidance at this time. You might choose to break free from that relationship that you're in. These are 2 birds flying in separate directions. Maybe after the analysis and review of Mercury in your 7th house of partnerships, you might realize that someone else is better suited for you. This chick. Or the Devil, you know, this is vice. It's addiction, but it doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It could be a behavior. It could be a pattern. Maybe it's resembling, you know, the relationship is a vice for you, so it's hard for you to get out of it. It's like on repeat for you. And the Devil is enslaving. So maybe some of you Scorpios feel entrapped in this relationship. Either way, things will be changing because either this woman has advice for you or music itself could be your reprieve. Music could be a healer for you right now, Scorpio. And for those of you who do play instruments or have a skill with writing or poetry, this is an important time to help you express your relationship through art, through music. Thanks, Scorpio. I had a pleasure being here. My name is Audrey Alison, and I will see you next month. Have a sweet April, and I will see you in May. Bye.